So now we are going to work with the next with the cookies program. So for that, let's go to new project. Then same as usual, Java web application. Go to next. Then let's give the name as cookie servlet demo. Then click on next, then finish. So even in this program also we don't need any HTML. So we just leave it blank. Then we create one Servlet program. Create one new servlet by clicking on the project. Then give the name as, let us say, cookie servlet. Cookie servlet. Then click on next. Add the deployment descriptor information. Click on finish. Then now we got the code. Just delete off everything. Then let us paste the code whatever we have written already. And paste it here. So let us make use of this override annotation. Then here we are using cookie. So we need to make use of import statement for the cookie. So that is all gone. So we don't have any issues with this program. And here else without if. So here there is one missing. So now we don't have any errors inside our program. So let's see what is this. Okay, so no need of this. Okay. So our program runs well and good, but let us understand the program, what exactly it is and how exactly it is going to work. So as usual, we are making use of a class name which extends the HTTP servlet. Then we are making use of toGet method, and all these things are already known to us. Now coming into our program, first I am making use of a boolean called as number equals to 2. So we will see why we are using that. Then we are using one object of cookie. That is, there is a cookie class already present inside the HTTP servlet. So what exactly is a cookie? So when we are talking about the cookie, let us say we are working with the Google or whatever it is. If I type something like, type something like this, then we see that we are getting some information already in the form of cookies. So these are called as cookies. So even when we go to the previous programs or field forms which we are filling them now and then they are called as cookies. So the cookies are the ones or the data which is stored inside the client side, so that every time the user doesn't need to type them again and again. So here we are creating the array of objects for cookie class. So we are creating array of objects. Why we need array of objects in the sense? Because the same page might have been used by the user many times. So for that reason we are using array of cookies. Then to retrieve the cookies whatever are there inside the previous session in the same page, we make use of a request, because we need to get the information from the client itself. So we use the request.get cookies. Then if the user is making use of the page for the first time, then cookies will be always null. So if it is null, then if it is not null, then we need to work with this. If it is not null, then we are going string title. Then we are using if number is boolean variable which is set to true. Then we are using cookie return visitor cookie. Then we are using a repeater visitor yes. Then we are using the set max age, that is the maximum age in the form of hours, this one minutes, seconds and hours into 365, that is 1 year with the seconds. And we are using response.add cookie. So we are using one cookie object, creating one cookie and setting the age of that cookie to be so many days. Then after that we are using response.add cookie, that is response.add cookie will add the value to the client PC whenever I will be executing the program for the first time. So the title will be welcome for the first time. So if it is not for the first time, then it is going to the next part. So we'll see what happens for when we are working for the second time. So this was for the first time. So else part will not be executed. Then we go to response.setContentType. Then print the title as welcome, whatever we have set here, and print the things in the form of HTML. Now let us see what happens if I am going for the second time. Then if I am going for the second time, then cookies will not be null. So I will retrieve the cookies.length I++. Then I will make use of these cookies and save one value inside this. Then I will check whether the user is having the value as yes, because in the previous session what I have done is I have used the cookie name as repeat visitor and the value as yes. So I make use of the cookie name as repeat visitor and check whether it is having the value as yes. So if it is yes, then I will make the value of number as false, then break the statement. So if I break the statement, then automatically I'll come here. Then if statement is not executed because number is false now, because we have done it false here, then it directly goes to the else part. So in the else part, we'll be using title equals to welcome back and printing the things as usual, whatever we have here. So only difference is if it is for the first time, I'll be having welcome. If it is for the second time, I'll be having welcome back. Okay, now let us run this program. So build is successful. So it opens in the default HTML. I will write the program name, that is cookie servlet. So it is getting welcome. So this is for the first time I'm opening this page, so I'm getting welcome. Now let us refresh this page. It means that I'm entering this page for the second time. So if I refresh this page, I'm getting welcome back. So this means that the cookie has been already added into my PC. So that is inside the client PC. So I can my server has retrieved the information from the client PC in the form of repeat visitor as a cookie name and the value as S. So it is giving us the information as welcome back. Fine. So this is something about the cookie program. So in the cookie program, the most important things what we are seeing is the main important methods are this, that is get cookies method using request or get cookies, which is stored in the form of an array of cookies. Then that is for retrieving the cookies, and for adding the cookies we use response.add cookie with the cookie name. So these two are the most important ones when we are working with any cookie program. To access the cookie, we make use of the get name method, then get value method. So these methods are used for retrieving the name of a cookie and retrieving the value of a cookie. So this is something about cookie program. Thank you.